Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of the No I.D podcast. It is I, the one and only, the host, Rome Davis. I just want to say this before we even get started. This is season 6 of the No I.D podcast, and this is in remembrance and dedication of my comedic mentor, Daryl D. Militant Littleton. This whole season has been dedicated to him. I have here two ladies with a very interesting name of their podcast. Also, I got one of them has a very interesting name in general. Two powerful black figures. They call themselves Two Chicks with a Dick. Or is it and a Dick?
I don't know.
Two chicks and a dick.
Because we like to keep our dicks
because we don't want nobody to get confused that we two chicks that think we got a dick. It's two chicks and a dick.
We're just two chicks who likes to keep our dicks optional. Switch it up every now and then.
Right. We got Rachel J, socialite. And we got Oprah Didddy.
Oprah Didddy.
Where did the name Two Chicks and a Dick come from?
Man, it's an interesting backstory. It was right like a few years back, well before Rachel J and I had the chance to connect with each other. It was me and two white individuals at working at BMI, Broadcast Music Incorporated. And we used to have the most interesting conversations. And the guy, he was like, we should do a podcast. And this is like way before podcasts were relevant. It was anything that anybody was even thinking of. And we were joking one day and was like, we should call it Two Chicks and a Dick podcast. And of course we went our separate ways. And then Rachel J and I had the chance to connect, and similar situation, work situation, we met, we just vibed instantly. Rachel J is the socialite. I'm more of like the business mind individual, and we sat beside each other and we used to talk. And when we would talk, we would notice that everybody else jumped in our conversations with us. And she wanted to podcast. At that time, my career was moving in that area where it was something I was interested in as well. And here we are, Two Chicks and a Dick podcast.
Yeah, season 3 at that. It was we both love to talk. Well, I love to talk, and I'm just super unfiltered, and it just made sense to have something that wasn't filtered and we could talk about everything.
She said she's a powerful figure, so I mean, with the name Oprah Didddy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and then socialite, you like to talk. So I mean,
I love to talk. I love people, and that's what happened. We were supposed to have a permanent dick, but dicks just don't work out. Some dicks just aren't meant to be there permanently. And so now it's Two Chicks and a Dick.
I get it. I had a podcast with some friends, man. That shit didn't work out. That shit was horrible. If anybody could find that podcast, it was like the most known unknowns or something like that. That shit was trash. We even shot a skit and that shit was trash. Like, that was the beginning of my comedy career. And that was going to be the end if I was going to stay with that shit. So I get it. What challenges?
Yeah, it ain't for everybody.
No, it ain't.
And it wasn't for him. It was like, nah, bro, we gonna let y'all right here.
So where y'all from?
I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I moved to Nashville 4 years ago. So we're in Nashville, Tennessee, but I've been here 4 years, but I go home to Chicago 2-3 times a month. I am Chicago to the heart in everything I do. That's where I'm from.
I am from East Tennessee, a little small country town called Greenville, Tennessee. But I have been living in Nashville for 20 plus years. So this is like my second home away from home.
What challenges have y'all had since y'all got into the podcasting game?
We learned this from scratch. Like when I say me and my homegirl was at work one day and was like, we're going to do this. We found a spot. Mm-hmm. We bought equipment.
That we did not know how to put together. We did not know how to put this equipment together.
We bought an old used computer. Like we're in an old space. So our equipment is dated as far as like our computer, but our mics and stuff are up to date. So it gives you like that old school grandmama's
Yeah.
basement type vibe, but decked out, so to speak. But we literally, again, we came from the bottom with this. We sat in there and we leaned on our friends and asked our friends that were in the music and entertainment industry to come in and show us how to get this thing started. Um, and here we are 3 seasons later. we still,
We knew nothing of podcasting. Like I was going to be a communications major in like radio, but I just knew I wanted to talk. I didn't know how to upload a podcast to any of the platforms. It was just literally research that we did, and
yeah.
we didn't know anything. We thought you had to pay these big amount of bucks to have your podcast on all these different platforms. So it was just a learning experience, and it actually, we're very grateful that it took off the way it did. It gets mad good reviews, and we've had our challenges within each other. So we just trying to make sure we work it out because sometimes my communication is whack, and I have 1,001 things going on, and it seemed like the podcast is the back seat, and she has a life and things going on. So it's been a challenge where we almost was like we don't want to do it anymore, but if you dedicate to it, it's something I see our stuff going somewhere. So we just got to put the work
What's
in.
like the craziest thing that's happened to y'all since y'all started podcast? I can share a story of mine, but what's the craziest thing that's up happened to y'all?
What
I'll
is that?
be honest with you. When you were a guest on our show and you said something to the effect, we was talking about it like you did at the beginning. We had to clarify that it was just like, we're not two chicks with a dick. We are women. We are
Yeah,
born
we're
and raised.
full. I
Like we're
got three
all women.
kids.
She has children. I was born a woman. So, and I was just
For
like, no,
real
it's two
women.
chicks and a dick. So that was like the funniest, most memorable thing from me so far. So,
I would have to follow suit with that. Or people thinking like it's gonna be a super sexual type show when they come on, because people really mistake like what is going on here. We're like, no, we're just talking. But for them, I think especially when we come out and pitch different dudes to come and join our show, they kind of like, so what we gonna be doing?
yeah, some
Talking.
think it's like a big ass. Some I think it's like a big ass orgy. Like it's just a whole bunch
Yeah,
of like
freak
freaky
shit.
type shit going on between her and I. And we just having threesomes and shit like that. I think that like some people think shit like that.
And in reality, what it is, like, if you've ever called any of our first shows, like, again, Rachel J is the socialite, and I'm not. I've always worked in, like, marketing and communications. I've done a lot of work with independent artists and small business owners and stuff in that nature, but I am a behind the scenes individual. It's like pulling teeth to get me to have conversations and get out of my box. So generally, I'm the one on the show that's like, for real? Like,
She's very
I
reserved when it comes to shit.
didn't know
Like what I will say, she would have never thought about saying.
that. Yeah, we compliment each other in that nature where she's Rachel J, the socialite.
Like you just gotta say it. What's been yours, Rome? Like what's the
I
story?
got multiples, man. I don't know if y'all be looking on my IG.
Yeah, you be on some freak shit on your little show too, though. So give us the tea. We want to know.
Okay, the first season, I had my mom was the first guest. I ran out of family members. But I had knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. So I had bagged Sydney Starr for the podcast interview. So when I got Sydney Starr on the interview, she was cool. It was like a complete 180 from what I'm used to seeing on TV and her on Bad Girls Club and everything. I'm like, yo, she just dumbass chill. So we get the interview. She came to Virginia Beach. We get the interview. And, she's running around and getting dressed. And I don't know what the hell was going on. All I know is, like, I got to get this interview. So the interview is 9 minutes long on Apple.
Okay.
It's 9 minutes long. I take a picture with her in the bathroom. It's on my page. I'm in the picture. I'm like nervous, post the picture up online. I get back to work the next day. Jerome got a girlfriend. I don't. So, of course, one of my black coworkers like, yo, she got a dick. You ain't got no girlfriend. So.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Did you not know he
It
was talking
just
about?
clicked for me. Like,
oh, you didn't know who he was talking about?
oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, Rose.
We get to the second season.
Everybody like what they like.
I'm good. My boat goes straight. So I ain't got no problem with whoever goes whatever way. So it's cool. We get to the second season. And I interview my friend Sexual Savage. Sexual Savage does.
Damn, hold on. What kind of name is Sexual Savage? We're not gonna bypass.
That's what I'm about to tell you.
I'm about to write that shit down, and I might have to use that at some point. But Sexual Savage.
So Sexual Savage is an adult entertainer. We've done film with each other because when I was like 19, I tried to get into porn.
Okay.
Hold on.
Wait, so you're not just gonna speed past that either. So
I just turned 33.
I know this your show, but we together, so we about to unpack this shit together.
Okay. So I'm 33.
19.
Okay.
So
how long did your porn
career
last? How long was that?
It ended before I got into once I got into stand up. So I'll hit 3 years next month. So I say it ended about like.
So he had a history, like
some film out there.
Not no more.
What was
not no more? Okay.
Matter of fact, since we teeing it up, it was this website called. They don't got it no more. It was called
What you sign me up for, friend?
It was called.
The fuck, bro? You didn't say none of this on the show.
I know.
You didn't say none of this.
This is the type of shit you were supposed to say on Two Chicks and a Dick.
So I was on this.
You're coming back. We gotta break.
I started this website. I was on this website called rude.com. It was like MySpace for porn. So I would upload little videos. I had a flip phone back then. Rude went away.
What was your name? You can't go.
What was your porn name?
Oh, it's right here. That's my Pornhub. It was Sir Rome 89. You can't find the content no more.
Sir Rome 89. That ain't no porn. That's not no porno name.
Yeah.
But I be trying to understand, how did
unpack it, Frank, because I know I need to come on.
I'm gonna put you on the game. I'm about to really put you on the game.
I just want to know because I've never talked to a for real porn star. I've never talked to somebody that really has filmed. I have so many questions of how that works in that.
I'm about to tell you. I'm gonna put you all this ties into all the shit that you seeing on my page.
I don't think this was the topic tonight, but since we're talking about it,
I got to know. Shit, I don't know the next time I'm gonna be able to talk to King Dingaling 72. So I need to.
They got rid of Rude, and they came up with, I got on Pornhub. I was on X videos. We shot that episode.
Are you on Pornhub?
No, I'm deleted.
You got no content out right now?
Not on public.
Why you take it off for?
Because I ain't want to be in the grocery store. I'm like, damn, that goes Sir Rome 89. He was slinging that dick the other night.
So what was your trick? What was your signature move? What you used to do?
I'm not bragging, but it's going to sound crazy. I can bust and still stay on the hard. So girls be like, look,
amazing.
They stay a little confused. I know I look like somebody that can fix your computer, but I had a wild side. Then I was dating this,
It's always the one that can fix the computer had a wild side. It's always y'all. It's the one that be the quietest. Come on now, you ain't even have to get that disclaimer.
Yeah, man. I dated. Well, I wasn't dating. I was talking to a foot fetish model. For a while.
Yo.
A foot fetish model.
A foot fetish model. Okay.
I was messing with her for a little bit. I think there's a video
She
out there with
bought
me
you
tying
into.
her up, but you don't see my face, but you can tell it's my body and shit.
So she the one that brought this out of you.
Nah. This guy brought out of me when I was like 18, because I used to talk to a
Okay.
53-year-old woman.
Oh, you okay? Yeah. You got a whole nother side for real.
Uh,
Okay. Talk about it,
this is, you know what?
That 53-year-old, that's what brought it out right
That's
there.
exactly. You know, I'm gonna
Yeah,
send
she
y'all.
fucked you
I'm gonna
up,
Yeah.
send y'all
baby.
this
She was in
recording,
there doing some
like after we
shit.
finish recording, because y'all interviewing the hell out of me right now. I'm
Sorry about
sweating
that.
bullets.
Sorry about
My
that.
bad. Go
No,
ahead.
it's
That's why
okay.
I said this wasn't the topic that we
No, it's
discussed.
okay. Y'all got questions?
We
I don't
done,
care.
we done came on this man's show and made the two chicks in the dick.
Make
Sorry
two
about
chicks
that.
and a dick, two chicks and a dick for
Oh, you know, I'm
real.
gonna say two chicks and a dick takeover in the title. So I was messing with her. I don't talk to her no more. I still talk to Sexual Savage. On the regular.
Sexual savage.
Uh,
This shit. Did you say write this? Let me write this down.
I'm
if
gonna write
you
that
if you
sexual
go
savage down. I might need to use that at
if you
some point for you.
if you Google Carmel Dior, don't put no space or nothing in there. You'll see her, and then if you
Okay.
like go on my page, you may see like a video of her or like a little like sound bite. It's like 6 pictures of her on my IG page.
I feel like I need to go on your
You
Instagram
do.
page. I don't think I looked at your
Yeah.
page yet enough.
Yeah, you need to look at his page.
So I think 3rd season I had toned down because I had got like one of my favorite comedians up there. And I started going to like interviewing black wrestlers. 4th season, that's when I met the girl Satan's Fruit Gusher. That's when we had that kink talk, and I met her.
What was her name?
Satan's Fruit Gusher.
Satan's Fruit Gusher.
Satan's Fruit Gusher.
Man, that's intense. Was she white or black?
I don't.
Black. Was she like a dominatrix?
Nah, but I've interviewed a dominatrix before. 2 of them.
Oh, you've done it all.
Yeah, I interviewed a kink therapist as well too. She was a financial dominatrix. I've interviewed.
Hold on, what is that? What is
So
that?
some men get off on giving money to women. It's like a fetish. So they literally.
Oh, that was on Pink Valley. He just wanted her to lay there, and he just would lay money around her.
Yeah.
Can you like hook me up with your homegirl?
Yes.
That sounds like a movie.
Her name is Venus Ferroci. You can click on it. You see it on my page. I know that's how I know y'all don't be up there.
It's what?
Venus Ferroci.
Ferroci. How you spell that?
Feroci.
I'm gonna hook man shit. And I'm okay. You know,
So
I'm always looking for another hustle, aka Oprah Didddy.
it's fine. Interviewed a girl named Hot Toes, obviously, because foot fetish model.
Hot time.
That's a market for feet.
You know what's so funny, Ron? I ain't even capping. I have this videographer friend, and he's like a little different, but he cool as fuck and very creative. And he told me about that a couple of years ago. He was like, "Man, you should do foot fit. Like, you should be a foot model. Like, it's really money in that." And then when OnlyFans popped off, I was like, "Damn." I probably should have listened to him because I probably could have made some money off of that. Just showing a nigga my feet.
You can. It's like OnlyFans used to be like Patreon. It still is like Patreon and YouTube. So I mean, once porn got to it, everybody was like, "Oh, subscribe to my OnlyFans." But dominatrixes.
So it's the OnlyFans. That's the explicit portion of it. I'm guessing in Instagram. Is that correct?
That is, but like it didn't start off like that though. Like you had a lot of comedians posting up like they sets and skits up there and get people to subscribe to them. And then of course when they let the nudity and the porn go up there, everybody was like, "I'm just gonna migrate from whatever they was like Pornhub, I want clips, all that other stuff over to OnlyFans." I had an OnlyFans because I was gonna put the podcast up there, but I've lived a life. That's why I tell
You sound like you
yeah, that's
have.
why I tell any woman that's ever gonna get in a relationship or date with me, it's some things you need to know.
Aren't you in a relationship now?
I got an old lady, something like that.
Did you say something like
Mm-hmm.
that?
When we was on our podcast, it was your
I
girlfriend.
say old lady, I never say girlfriend.
Oh, you did say
Okay.
old lady. You said
Uh,
it's
You
old
sure
lady.
did. You did. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
for the
said his
correction.
old. You did. Let's get it correct.
I never say girl.
But what's the difference?
I don't. It's a
Ain't it
Virginia.
the same
I mean,
thing?
it's a Virginia thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's my chick.
It's the same different same thing. That's your bottom bitch
That's now.
and your
Oh,
main
oh.
bitch. I mean, sorry, I'm not calling
Nah, nah, nah,
her a
nah. It
bitch.
ain't
I
that. You know
mean,
what I'm
we
saying?
just coming at talk.
Bottom bitch is just somebody just there. Your main bitch is just somebody that you can conversate with. But when you got an old,
So it's your main chick, right?
you got I ain't got no sads. I don't do the sad shit. I can't do that. That's too expensive.
You told us only one $10 meal,
2 for 20.
not
Yeah,
two.
2 for 20.
So
Came back 2 for 20. Y'all done got.
did you have any other questions for us? We did come out here just take all the other shit,
I
but
don't
I
know.
mean,
Like
we're
I
open.
got a feeling like once this shit ends, like I'm gonna just send y'all the audio and the video and let y'all put on y'all and put on mine because yeah I found out shit. Damn, what else y'all want to know? I did. I tried to wrestle, tried to become a professional wrestler, of course, porn, tried to be a rapper.
I can see that.
I can see
I
wrestling.
tried to do that,
You tried to be a
a
what?
rapper.
A rap? Okay, what was your rap name?
Man, I had a couple, but I would call myself Untouchable J, like Jay-Z did in State Property. That shit didn't last.
What was your wrestling name?
I ain't have one.
Oh, you hadn't got
I
that
made it
far.
to the school. I did one day at the school, and I think they made me run around so much my stomach started hurting, and I went to the bathroom and never came back.
Okay. What
So
else
that was
you
it.
think? So I mean, that means you just trying life. You figuring out what's suitable for you, what
I
works.
think,
It seems like porn is the longest running
but the most
situation, and
is,
then podcasting is the
but
next
shit, y'all
close.
like y'all want to get in porn. We put you on the game. If you create
Oh,
a Pornhub account, you get a model. You join a model program payment plan, which means you get paid by likes, views, comments. It's like YouTube and watch time. Once you do that, you got collaboration forms. So with a collaboration form, you put in like a zip code. You see what other people
mm-hmm.
are in the area, so you can collaborate with them. I didn't have that, so if I was collaborating with somebody, it was somebody up the street. I mean, Sexual Savage came down here to Virginia a few times, and did that. And then I had another friend, like, of course, older, of course. We would just record whenever we were doing it. And I would, upload, of course, per permission. And then, like I said, if I was in the grocery store with my mom or something, I'm like, damn, so wrong, fucking the shit out of her. And they had showed that shit now with my mama. I was like, nah, I couldn't rock with it. So, I think comedy and
Are you in a small town?
nah, no, not in a small
Oh
town.
Lord.
But I'm in Virginia. I'm in Chesapeake, but I'm from Norfolk. I'm not important. The comedy and the podcasting work better for me.
Okay.
Y'all want to get
So,
porn or something, don't you?
what do you have for us? What
I'm
other
so
questions you
scared,
have for us?
boy,
So
because
what?
this interview about to come out. Everybody know I done did porn. They listen or watch the podcast. I know ain't nobody really paying no attention to the podcast like that. So I'm Gucci. Let me ask you this, because I know with entertainment it affects a lot of things. How's it been getting into the entertainment media market and affected like your relationships with your boo things or your friends? Have you ever had that person like, yo, put me on the pod or help me start out the pod or something like that? Somebody's like really like a asshole or
Um, I don't have anybody, so I'm not in anything serious. So when we first started the podcast, though, there was somebody still in my life, and they didn't want like certain guests to be on the show, or didn't want certain conversations to be talked about. But hey, fuck it, it's gonna get talked about. So who know what to tell you? Um, and they wouldn't listen to the podcast in the beginning because they didn't want to know like my answers to questions, or and I think they knew my answer to the question. That's why they didn't want to hear the answer to the question. But I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody serious now. And then who I do date, or who I'm dating, or whomever I date, I tell them they think it's pretty cool. Nobody been like an asshole and just be like, "Ooh, put me on." No, I haven't had that.
I've had a unique experience. I got a dude. For the most part, he's supportive of the podcast. He ain't never came to me and been like, "What the fuck." He actually helps buy equipment for the show, so he pretty much on board with it. I do have associates and people that's like,
Why you look like that,
"Man, I
Ron?
want to do a podcast," and I'm like, "Okay, good luck. Let me know how it turned out for you." But they won't. They expect for me to give them all the blueprint secrets, help them set the show up, edit the show, do all that, and I'm like, "Look, everything has a price associated with it. Ain't nothing free. So if you want to pay me to help you set up your show, I can do that." But yeah, I've had a few people that have kind of positioned me like expecting me to just give them the blueprint and make it easy for them. And of course, we just told you we got it out the mud. So it's not like somebody else just came and made it extremely easy
Made it
for
easy
us.
for
It
us. Yeah.
was we was passionate about it. So it's a difference between me giving you some pointers and some tips and me giving you the whole shebang on what you need to do to get yourself together. And I'm not willing to do that unless there's a fee attached.
Oh, financial dominatrix. That's what you said you wanted to do anyway.
Hey, that sounds real good to me. So
That's really
nothing's free.
interesting. Financial domination. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, bro. She was
I
like
can do
talking about
that.
plugging dudes in the butt, and she got a dude she lock up in the
Oh,
cage, and he come over and clean her.
I lock a nigga up. I'm not putting nothing in your
And,
booty. I don't want
and
to
I
do
had a
that.
girl like earlier today, like hit me up on Twitter, and she's in the scat play.
What's
What's
that?
that?
That's doo doo play.
What?
No.
No,
Yeah,
no, 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 no,
yeah.
no. Like people just be out here doing shit.
Literally.
What? Like literally.
Oh,
What does that consist of?
I'll tell you, but I'll send you her Twitter on your ID, on your text message when I text you.
Okay.
That's like
That
she
is
drinks pee.
that is so
Yeah, she
disgusting.
drank pee.
No, 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 no. You can stop. Like,
I'm gonna go,
Don't
y'all.
go,
it
no.
I'm
gotta be.
gonna go.
Yo, you gotta be sick in the head though, bro.
Yeah, it was two of them that was gonna get up there and talk about it, but I gotta figure out how to maneuver that one because that damn sure ain't gonna get no play. Like the whole foot fetish thing, it was cool because I had one of my homeboys. He was like, "Man, I like feet." I was like, "Nigga, I don't care." But
But not nobody with no urine and defecation.
that's just the half of it. It's more into it.
I don't want to know the other. Don't worry
It's
about it.
okay. I'll send it. Matter of fact, I'll send it to your phone.
I just said I don't need to, and you're gonna
So send
still
it to
send
her phone.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
send
I
it to
don't got
her.
your
I don't
phone,
need
your number, Oprah Daddy, because y'all know y'all harder to track than the tax refund. You know, y'all set up a time with me, then y'all like dip. I'm like, damn, what the hell I do to them? And then one time I thought I was getting on Rachel J nerves. I was like, oh lord.
No. And he said he's like, damn, you treat me like I'm getting on your nerve. I was like, you're not getting on my nerve. Trust me, you know if you were.
I was so
I was
scared.
like, I'm so sorry. It's been crazy.
So I'm glad we have the opportunities to make it onto the show and record and meet some of your guests. and interview you because we found
And
out a
we
whole lot
definitely
more about
interviewed
you
you.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Because you
Mr.
definitely,
Rome 7,
you,
would you say Rome 69
you just say nothing about being
underscore?
a 69.
I don't know what the fuck you said. I just know it was something sir.
Rome
Sir
69.
Rome.
It's how she said it, Rome 69.
you gotta put a, like
Sounds like something coming
emphasis
out
on
the
it.
Bible.
Yeah, like 69. You gotta put a little emphasis on
Okay.
it. Yo. Like, what's the goal
It's
with two
okay.
chicks and a dick podcast? What's the goal? Are y'all gonna try and go like join the network? You gonna try and get a television show, regular series?
The goal
Can't
for
think of all that.
Yeah, but the major goal for me is to be like a nationwide syndicated like podcast that evolves into it could be a radio show, or it involves into a show on the television on like how TI's is. I really would love to go to radio. Like I would love to have like a national syndicated radio show, like how the Breakfast Club is. Because I don't look at the Breakfast Club as a radio show. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I'm just not in New York and I hear it on the record. I look at it's like it's an entertainment series to me because you can watch it. You can, you get interviews. It's a podcast. It's like it's very unfiltered to me. So I would love to go that route. Get that podcast award from the iHeartRadio awards that come every year. Like really syndicated.
I'm big into media and production right now, so of course, being able to turn this into as many different segments as we have the opportunity to, like Rachel J said, I think we have the opportunity to touch into some type of television series. I think we still have the opportunity to grow and develop it in the audio space. We haven't even started tapping into the type of skits and opportunities we can use to maximize social media. So again, just taking it as big as we can. When we first started this show, it's grown organically. So that's one
Yeah.
thing that we can say is we don't put a lot of money behind our advertisement, but we've made it into over 20 different countries. We're in 47 states in the United States. So I feel like once we do get the opportunity to get on TV, start recording some of the content and tapping into that YouTube market, it's only up from there. Um, I feel like it's only up from there.
Tap into
So
your OnlyFans.
I'm not tapping into
yeah,
no OnlyFans. Not right now. I don't need that in my life.
Oprah Didddy think
I'm
about
gonna
it.
keep my clothes on. I'm gonna keep my clothes on just cause it's OnlyFans don't mean we gotta get on there and do no freaky shit, friend.
Exactly.
Oh,
We
okay.
can
Okay.
Exactly.
we can just give them some special content. Now, if our guests
Oh,
want to be
okay.
on some more freaky ass shit, that's on them. I can't really, cause I
Because
can't tell no grown people what
when I
to
think of OnlyFans, that's what I think of, like Pornhub type stuff. I don't know.
do.
You
Yeah,
want
we
me over
not.
there? You be
I don't
wanting me
think
over
I
there
could
to
be Oprah
bend it over
Diddy.
and bust it open?
Hey, hey, Rachel, man, you good, yo?
OD.
You been checking your ass out from the All Star weekend?
I'm not bending over and busting up nothing. But what you say? You were asking about All Star?
Is you okay? Because you keep checking your ass like you getting a fight at the All Star game.
No, it was looking. My eye was just looking really. When I was looking in the camera, it looked like it was like closed shut, and I'm like, I know ain't nothing happened to me. So that's why I was looking at my eye. No, ain't nobody crazy enough to do that. Now I was up north with the people that's like me. So no,
Yeah, I'm just.
but I'm glad we were able to make it on.
Oh, guys, for the listeners out there, y'all don't know the hell that I went through to try and get these two on. Even then, I was about to say,
Um,
fuck it. So I'm just playing. I don't want to do that to them.
Don't do that. There's
don't do
gonna be a
that because
time that you
you gotta
look
come
back
back
and you're gonna
home.
be like, "Man, I can't believe I had two chicks and a dick on the show."
This is.
Yeah, and you gotta come back to ours so that people can really know who you are. See, you came on, you was real quiet. We was just like, damn, do this nigga even want to be on here? And then you opened up, but now I think you're a little bit open so you can come back and really talk to the people And so they can really
Yeah.
hear you.
Tell them about all these little escapades you've been on.
Oh, yeah.
I thought y'all did y'all homework when I asked to be a guest. I think you had a form or something. I don't know where I saw y'all at. Maybe it was like an ad or something. I have no idea where I saw y'all two at. I was like, oh, 2 chicks. Dick. I was like, okay. Okay.
I think
Shit
you
on
said
a surprise, so we just
you saw an
bounced on
ad.
in.
I think you said you saw an ad because you sent the DM them late night hours, I believe. Or I
And
must.
our promo
I
was
think you
like, "Do you
saw
want to be
an
our dick?"
I
He
got,
was like, "Yeah, I want to be the dick. Hell yeah!"
number one, y'all all the way up in Tennessee. Number two, I got an old lady. Number three, them late night, I was probably either A, coming from a show, or B, just up writing something crazy. So
Mm.
Do your old lady watch your show? She watch every episode.
it makes her a little uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
I can see
yeah, I
that.
can see that too.
Yeah.
So she just don't ask anything about it or watch
I
it.
tell her up front, like, yo, I didn't know these dominatrix and stuff. They gonna end up coming back. Like, I am planning to shoot one with a dominatrix where she actually has her slave.
A
Yeah,
slave.
like her slave tied, like like a dog collar walking around worshiping.
Mm-hmm.
I did interview a trans.
Ain't that like
Yeah,
BDS or
BDSM. There's different forms of BDSM. We go all day
BDSM?
on that part because I had to do my homework on that.
I just really heard about that. I ain't really.
What is so?
I
What
mean,
is
I
it?
get it, but it's
I've never.
BDSM. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
Yeah, I never heard of it.
BDSM, kink play, fetishes, they all kind of tying each other. Like BDSM, something might start off mild, like you might like getting spanked, while you getting your cheeks clapped, or you clap your cheeks. It might start off like that, but then it turns into like flogging, where you see like the whip, but it look like a spread, or they might let it get chained up. Fetishes is different fetishes. You got the foot fetish, you got the scat fetish, you got the belly fetish, eating fetishes,
The what
belly.
fetish? Belly? Like stomach?
Yeah, like some people like to get turned on by the belly.
The big stomach?
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. Mystic as fuck over here. Hey.
You got
Okay.
like the eating fetish. That one's weird. I had a girl that was into that shit. Like she would like to see me eat.
Eating?
Like eat.
Like eat, like you're eating
Like
food.
I'm eating food.
Just you're eating regular
A 2 for 20.
meal.
Yeah, like a 2 for 20.
And it turned her on.
You got the public sex, like the public sex stuff. Some people like to be recorded. It's a lot of it.
I can see that now. I can see. I just didn't know it was that much out here like that. I didn't know people had things going on like that. I didn't know. I know a lot, but I ain't know that.
I'm so surprised. Like that surprises me that I knew about that, friend,
No.
and you didn't.
No, because
That
I'm into
surprises
some
me.
shit. I do some shit. I didn't did some shit, but I ain't into shit like how people really out here.
Let's scared to share because I
Keep
didn't
it
share my
calm.
whole thing. Look at she got a scratch. That's the Jesus scratch right there. Lord, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna try so nobody won't judge me. This is no ID, baby. We don't judge nobody over here.
No, I haven't gotten to. I haven't been that explicit like some people. I'm, I think the most I done, we didn't talk about it on the show, was the ass lick thing. That was it. Like, that's the most.
You lick his booty hole?
You gotta be clear though. You gotta be clear, friend, because I'm not even gonna let you come on here and try to act like it was just that.
It was
Because
just,
it
it
was
was
not.
a quick look. I didn't eat no groceries or nothing, but it was a quick little, he wanted his butt licked. You know?
Mr. Sir over there. What is your take on that? I'm always
I
interested to hear
don't
what men think
like
about.
nothing up my butt, around my butt.
But it wasn't nothing up his butt. It was no toy
He
I
just
had.
he
It
was
wasn't my
listening.
tongue in his asshole. None of that. It was a quick swipe up, like you flick a light. And we flipped over and we finished doing whatever we did. It was a quick
So you
little,
mean to tell me a grown man?
it was coming out the dick to the balls and it went on around. So it's not
You got to the
like,
gooch.
but no, it was a whole, it was from the Rudy to the Tootie, if people say. But we, it was quick. We never spoke of it again. It's just like, let's finish having sex here, okay? Great.
That's some real nigga shit. Like, I don't know.
But it was I was in a relationship for 3 years at that time, but that we about 3 years. So that was probably about the only thing we had not done. So it was just like, we
I
had did a
feel
lot
like
of shit. A
as
lot of shit,
soon
a
as
lot of
he
places.
made me mad, soon as he make me mad, I'm about to listen. Every time you piss me off.
So and we had been together. We had did everything. We had sex in the ocean. We had did it all. So that was just like the last thing we probably could have done.
Face like,
Good, no.
But are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm waiting for Oprah Didddy to share since she put you on the spot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like I don't really have any exciting story. I got some kids, you know what I'm saying? I like men.
She gonna say I got some
I got some
kids.
kids.
I've never been with a girl. That's not my feng shui. I ain't never licked no booty. I do like my booty licked though. Like that is requirement almost. I could do without it, but that's all I got, Mom. I ain't got nothing extra. I ain't got nothing extra. Anything off the wall. That's it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't got no exciting stories for your audience.
It's okay. Cause like it's okay. Like I had a girl up here called a Naked Unicorn. I had a transgender rapper, and she was a porn star as well too. So I had it all. So there ain't shit.
Was it Young Buck?
Nah, her name was Yada Baby. So it's you ain't the average
She was a porn star, a transgender.
porn
She was going from a girl to a guy.
from a guy to a girl.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now
So it was a girl
Oh,
rapper. She was a
a
female
female
rapper,
rapper. Now
but she was really
I'm
good.
trying to
okay. She's a female. Okay.
find. I asked her. She been busy, but I'm trying to find a girl transforming to a guy.
Well, they all
Okay,
on
but
TikTok. Go out there on TikTok.
I don't got no TikTok.
Well, you need to get you a TikTok because you will definitely find them out
That
there.
probably would. I think
I get pulled into the rabbit hole almost every night. I don't know. Do they know? They gaydar detector goes off to me, but they bring up every stud that they can find for my TikTok. Plus transgender girl to guys. They'll come in, give me a little ad, and then here comes this fine ass TC on my screen. So you can find them.
mm-hmm. Well, shit.
I want to ask a question,
Go
but I don't know
ahead.
if I should ask this question. I don't
To
want
who?
to you.
What's the
And
question?
I ain't never had this question as long as we've been friends, but you just said something that triggered something for me that made me feel like
What's the question, please? Just ask.
just ask. Okay. So would you ever mess with a
A
transgender?
transgender. I knew that was the question. Um, like a guy to a girl. Like no, a girl to a guy. Is that what we're saying?
For you, for it could be either way. Like
No,
you can't
I can't
they
do a
can't
guy to. I'm not doing a guy to a girl.
you wouldn't do a
I
guy
can
to a
see a
girl.
girl going to a guy.
Okay. That makes sense. That's understandable. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
because that's the. I
Okay.
just no. I can go get a real woman. for that point. I don't want a guy going to a girl. That defeats the purpose because I love men. So I no, and I
You
like
just
women
rather have
too.
a dude.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love women too. So I can just go give me a female. I'm not. No. But yeah, I can see, and I wouldn't say, I would probably not know. They would have to tell me, So I'm guessing you might be asking if I did find out, would I continue on as just in a
Right.
possible relationship with them? I don't see nothing. I don't see anything wrong with it because that is who they wanted to be. And if you are a guy and that's what you're identifying yourself, and you are like a guy, like I would never thought you was a girl. Hey, because
But no
honestly,
to
that
the,
would be my business and yours. That would be our
yes.
business. Like I would, if I met this person and I've been dating them, and I know you finally done told me, and I didn't know anything, and you have done everything. You've completely transitioned. When I go introduce you, I'm to my mother or anybody. I'm not going to introduce you and be like, "Oh, but by the way, mama, he was a girl in this past lifetime." Nah, I'm just introducing him as who he is, and that's that. They would never know nothing like that,
That's
and I wouldn't hold
commendable.
it against them. Hell, I don't want kids anyway, so that works out perfect. Like fine.
Okay.
Cause I
I'm
have seen
curious.
some like on TikTok, like it has been. They have went through the complete transformation where you could not tell, and it almost threw me off until you look down there in the little hashtags and it says transgender. I would have never known.
Ah, I just got on TikTok. I probably need to start paying attention to this
You need to pay attention to like the
because I just
hashtags and
be
stuff because
scrolling.
a lot of the hashtags reflects to the person's what they're doing. And then they have others in there. But if I see like the little transgender and I'll look at the hashtag or the little rainbow flag, I'm like, okay, they transition. Or I'll go through their profile and they have that one video where it shows you the transition of when they were born a woman all the way up until then you would know. If you didn't, you just think it's
Okay.
a guy.
Okay. That's interesting. I
So
just thought
yeah,
about that. I never, as long as we've been friends, I've never thought to ask you that
I wouldn't
question.
discriminate. It's all right with me. Especially if he well put together, like well put together too. Hell, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you did. Now the shit might come out. I don't know how that worked though with your actual hormones and everything, because all of that still hasn't changed in you. You know what I'm saying? You
For
still,
real?
I mean, oh, well, you taking the hormone pills, so it has changed a lot of physical and things like that. What I'm talking about is like your emotions. I don't know if you. That's where we run into it when we get into argument, and I'll see if that girl part come out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how that works.
They get
Like, does that
testosterone.
change?
It's testosterone
Protect.
shots.
Okay,
You
so
could,
that's where it
yeah,
comes
you
in.
could buy like testosterone pills from like GNC. As far as a man going to woman, they get the estrogen shots and
Okay.
everything. Because I got a cousin that transitioned from male to female, and I was
Uh-huh.
curious as hell. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And she was like, "It's just meat there. They can't get erect or anything.
You said it's just meat
I mean, what
there?
you mean?
They can, yeah, they got a dick, but it's just it don't do nothing."
Is it from the
Yeah.
estrogen that it stops working? Okay. I
Oh,
never knew that
okay.
either. Oh, it cut
She cut
off.
herself off.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Okay, so when they start going through the transitional process and they take the medicine, then it, it makes it stop
Mm-hmm.
working for the fact that they can go in and I guess go through the surgery.
Yeah.
Is that
Go
the
through
reason
the
that it
surgery.
makes it
Yeah.
stop?
All that estrogen can
That's
bring you down,
interesting.
man. But the testosterone,
Hmm.
that does like you can buy that from GNC. That can make your voice deeper, your hair grow faster, your nails grow faster, you get stronger, you get more aggressive.
So can you get outside of softening a person's features, like what else does the estrogen do for a man? It makes them grow boobs, right? Ain't that what else it
That
does? It
birth
makes them grow
control.
boobs. Oh, okay. interesting. I never thought about any of that stuff. I'm heterosexual, so I only like dudes, but I don't have any prejudice against what anybody chooses to do as far as their sexuality. I am curious because there's a lot of freaky shit that's going on out here, and it's a lot of people that, I don't know, they a lot freakier than me, so I'm like, at least I don't got to go out and ask no questions. All I got to do is just let you tell me a little bit about what you're doing in your free time.
Well, y'all talk about your freaky stuff. I'll talk about my freaky stuff another time. I'm gonna keep that.
Oh, so that means you're coming back to the show, to our show then, and then talk about your freaky shit.
Of course.
Okay.
Come on back to the Two Chicks and a Dick podcast.
I'll tell you everything that you want to know.
I want you to tell me some stuff that I may not even want to know or not even ask. Just tell me.
I'll tell you right now.
How many people have you had sex with being a porn star, like, at one time?
I had two. I've done the threesome a couple times. That shit overrated.
I don't think
you've done a threesome.
Yeah, I when I was messing with the 51-year-old, she was white, of course. Her son was in jail. So
why you say she was white? Of course,
I'm about to tell you because I was gonna tell you her name was Dolores. We would smash, and
but that don't mean she's white.
Hey man,
Dolores is more of like a black name. Like I think of a black woman when I hear
put her last
Dolores.
We was smashing, and like her son was in jail.
Dolores, like,
and Buddy was older than me.
That's an old lady.
And I don't fight. I don't fight. I know how to, but I won't fight. So a couple of times throughout the time that we messed with you're 19 years old, you walk around with it hard. So, me shooting her club up, going in the pool, doing that shit, massage tape. This boy, like, if you called her, she couldn't get a period no more, so I was happy. So, his girlfriend would come in there and watch us, and then she would join in. She would join in, and the only reason
wait, who was that joined in?
So I was messing with Dolores. Her son was in jail.
Yeah,
his girlfriend stayed there. So I was messing with them two at the same time.
And she was interacting with the mother too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
let me try.
That's freaky as fuck.
Yeah, it's messy.
She was messing with the mama.
Yeah, and
yeah, they would have threesomes. Him, her, and Dolores. Well, and that ended the show right there because this show got quiet.
That's freaky. It ain't messy. I done messy shit. We'll talk about that.
No, that's freaky.
That's freaky.
That's freaky.
Messy was when I worked at the bank. I was smashing the lady customers that would come in there. We had a female security guard. I was smashing her, and I was trying to smash a couple of my coworkers too. But I was still smashing those customers that would come up in there.
You just cause havoc everywhere you go,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dick all around town.
Yeah, so that is messy because now they all in there talking.
That's perfectly fine. But my thing is like this, before I got an old lady, I would let women know, like, hey, here's what it is. And now with my old lady, like, I don't have, we long distance, but I don't, when we actually around each other, like, my pad, let them know the password and everything.
Oh, she's not in Virginia. Mm-hmm. Where is she?
In Mexico.
I wouldn't expect you to say nothing else because you have said some shit all night. So I wouldn't expect you to say she was down, the next state over. She is in Mexico. Mexico.
Just blew my mind, Ron.
How you get
if you faithful, man, you got nothing to worry about. But when that passion builds up, y'all
get her in Mexico.
When you link up, you ready to tear a hole in that monkey.
How did y'all hook up when she was in Mexico?
We went to high school with each other. I was in the drum line.
Oh.
She was in the band. I tried to be Devin Miles when I was in high school. That shit didn't work. I ain't had no rhythm. I can't wait to get back on y'all podcast. Boy.
Oh my goodness, you done blew my mind on this
You
show
have
tonight.
for real.
No,
For
I
real,
gotta
for
bring
real.
y'all back.
A busy young man, honey.
Yeah, you need to bring us back, and we need to be brought back on some. I need some strobe lights in the background. I need to really be talking about some shit because you done blew my mind.
I need to drink.
Yeah, and you don't even.
That's not even like I ain't even scratched the surface of the shit that's been done or idea. So we good.
I feel like you have it, like
You
barely even.
you tap
Yeah,
dancing.
like people look at me.
Your girlfriend know about all this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if she didn't, she finding out.
Sure, it's an open book. You gotta like when you're in a relationship, man. You gotta tell. I tell everything. I have nothing to hide. I ain't got no reason to run around and do all this stupid shit. I'm a grown ass man. And
Reserved type girl. She's like more quiet
I don't think so.
to herself.
She got a goofy side.
Mom. Okay.
You know.
She with the freaky shit too? Like, you ain't gotta go into detail.
She says she is, but I don't think she's ready for the shit that I done did.
Okay. That's normally how it is. Because I was, in my head, I even gonna lie, I be like, and I be with the shit, and then I hear other people's stories, especially on this podcast, and I be like,
You're not ready. You're not.
I don't think I was with the shit as much as I thought that I was. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try some new things. I don't know how far that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Y'all got me beat.
Yeah, make sure you
Y'all have got me beat.
listen to a couple of episodes of sound clips. Let me know what you think.
I will. I'll let you know what I narrow it down to.
So since they know the tea of everything with Rome Davis, I always ask everybody on this podcast, being that comedy is the background, is how I got into this. Your top 5 comedians, dead or alive, in any order.
I'll go first. Martin Lawrence, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. Who else am I putting up there? Cat Williams and Bernie Mac.
You said some good ones. I still some Bernie Mac. I gotta definitely put Bernie on there. Richard Pryor. I have remembered movies from when he was a toy. I think that's when I became a huge Richard Pryor fan. Do y'all remember that movie?
Yeah, it's called The Toy.
I don't.
To the white boy, right?
It's called
The Toy.
What? Yeah, The Toy.
Okay.
Man, you have got to watch that movie. That's when I really became a Richard Pryor fan. From that movie. I do like Dave Chappelle. I will say Dave Chappelle is one of my favorites because he's always talking about something meaningful with a twist. Eddie Murphy. I got to put Eddie on there too because he's just all around classic. From even the comedy or Golden Child, like I think I became a huge fan of his back then too. I need one more.
And I got 2 others. I didn't even think about what you gave me. You said 5, so I'll leave it at 5.
You can say.
Yeah, go ahead, because I don't know.
Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey. Those were my last.
Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey. Yeah, I could do both of them too. Like, yeah, let them be the 2.
Yeah.
More so Jim Carrey. Actually Robin Williams. Like, I know he's not always known for like his comedy, but I did like the comedic side of him, and the type of work that he did. So we could say Will Ferrell, but I also would throw that Robin.
I mean, he did. He started
Williams
off stand up in the nightclubs. I seen him stand up online.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I liked him. Yeah. Yeah. All for different reasons. So, what is yours? You gotta tell us yours before we head out.
3 of them was off the top because they didn't been on the show. That's Nori Davis, Pete Middleton, and Michael Kaya. So that's off the top.
Okay.
The last 2 I always throw in. It changes. Just depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
Seinfeld.
Okay. I have
Yeah,
somebody, I have a friend
Seinfeld
that
is
loves
good.
Seinfeld.
I've seen every episode. I've seen every episode. I know that's crazy, but I loved it. That's a good show. That's a really good show.
and
So
mom
I can give you that. I like
and
Seinfeld.
mom's
And who?
neighborly.
Mom's man. Okay.
That's definitely.
Hey, people
I'll
like
let
text you
them.
and ask you what you're doing. You tell them what you're doing. Something like, oh, okay. So if
Yeah,
Okay.
Mom's
Well,
Madeline. I've heard of her. My grandmother and my mother
mhm.
talked about her. So she's an older. You look her up. I've seen like people have impersonated her and things like that.
she was the first,
who is the black lady? The big black lady on. I'm gonna get you. What is it called? I'm gonna get you sucker. What the fuck was the name of the movie? Where she shot the boy pink. She shot
Della
his pinky
Reese.
toe off.
That's
Della
Della
Reese.
Reese.
That's
That's Della
Harlem
Reese.
Nights.
Yeah.
That was in Harlem
Harlem
Nights
Nights. That's what it
when Eddie
was.
shot her pinky toe off.
Yeah. Okay. I
Della
Mm,
like her
Reese.
too. I like Della Reese.
if anybody,
I'm looking at Mom's Neighborly.
you really, hey, oh man, she was the first black stand-up comedian. First stand-up comedian. You had Pygmy Markin. You had a lot of people. Like Richard Pryor was singing. He was more closer to Bill Cosby's gimmick, how Bill Cosby was back in the day. I could be here all day. I already had y'all for like I had y'all for an hour. Y'all done found out some freaky shit. This is y'all podcast.
And we're coming back, and you're coming over to us, and you're going to talk about this because we're going to have topics because we do topics out of the topic jar, and we're going to discuss and elaborate on this. So get yourself together and get ready to talk.
That's cool with me. If they want to follow y'all, how do they follow y'all? How they get in contact with you?
So for me, Rachel J, the socialite, follow me on IG. I just changed it. It's Rachel _J _ the _socialite. Rachel J, the socialite. I love my underscores. Facebook is Rachel A. Jones. TikTok is actually going to be 2 Chicks and a Dick. I don't have Twitter. And then, of course, for the show on all platforms, it's 2 Chicks and a Dick podcast.
On Instagram, though, it's 2.
Oh, it's underscores.
Pigs.
You put the underscores in there. So I told you I love my underscore. So 2 _ 2. Yeah, there you go.
And all the words. As far as Oprah Diddy, you guys can follow me on Instagram at It's Just Miss Wells. No Facebook, please.
If you guys want to follow me on IG, Instagram, and Fanbase, it's
Fan base, yo. I'm trying to invest in fan base. That shit's going crazy right
What
now.
is fan base?
it's a black-owned social media site.
Black-owned social media site.
Oh,
It's
I'm
doing
not
great things, great,
Okay.
amazing things. I'm super excited to see where that goes.
I'm gonna look that up.
Shout
Fan
out
base.
to the creator.
You can follow that strictly _Rome. You can follow the podcast at No I.D Podcast on IG. You can go hit the link in the bio, like, share, comment, subscribe, rate. Make sure if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's No I.D Media TV. You will see my stand-up and you will see my podcast episodes. You can follow me on Rumble, which is No I.D TV as well too. You can follow me on JDates. I'm just kidding. But make sure that y'all subscribe to 2 Chicks and a Dick.
And a dick.
I said it.
Not you with the and a dick.
I said and a dick. I didn't say with a dick.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that they heard you because some people might have became in, was only listening to the beginning and didn't hit the end, or the end didn't hit the beginning.
2 Chicks and a Dick. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to these 2 black creators. This is season 6. This is episode 9. They close to the end anyway. Make sure you support black content creators. As far as shows coming up, you can catch me at Kazi's on Thursdays and Newport News. I'll be there performing new sets. You can also catch me on the Live Show app, which is a virtual app that you can download on iPhone and Android. If you see me up there performing, more likely what they're just trying out new material. It is virtual, so it's not really any type of reaction to it. Just me getting my reps in. Merchandise is coming on the way. Of course, new logo is out there. Another new logo is coming out there as well too. But make sure y'all subscribe to not only No I.D. Make sure y'all go to Chicks with a Dick and subscribe to Oprah Diddy's OnlyFans. She's showing off her feet.
I'm showing feet, and I'm a financial dominatrix.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way.
The hashtag get your paper. Hashtag what's your account? Shit, what I was about to say.
I'll have all that for y'all next show.
I ain't got no more shows coming up. All right. So, like I said, hit the link in the bios, like, share, comment, subscribe, rate, tell a friend. Make sure you stream it as well too. Don't just subscribe. I don't know when this episode gonna come up, but it is episode 9. Make sure you check out any previous episodes that we have done. And for all the fellas that's on my page, be respectful to these two. They didn't have to come up here. I know their name is out there, but be respectful to them. They didn't have to grace me with an hour and some change of their time. So, especially Rachel J.
Why especially Rachel J?
Because you hot, man. I called you one day. I was about to go off. I was like, man, she ain't answer the phone. Like, what the hell? So I can call you from my other phone. But then, make sure y'all be respectful. Because Oprah Didddy, man, you don't be posting on the ground or nothing, bro.
No, man, I've been in my for a little minute. I've been chilling. I'm taking a social media break. I'm regrouping, rebranding. When I come back out, I've got something special for the people. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
And she's going to be a financial
And it's not OnlyFans.
Pornhub.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe. Y'all see some new Oprah Diddy content pop up. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Struggle is real.
Oprah Diddy really came for real.
We come together and spread like butt cheeks.
Oh, good night.
And on that note,
see y'all later.
Good night. Thanks.
good night, folks.